You know what's crazy is the fact that what's crazy is, like, I remember one time I was with my brother Alfonso. That's my brother that passed, and you know, he had just came home from jail, from prison, and I remember he wanted to come back on the block. He wanted to come back and hang out where he was. And my brother came back home, and he was so big, like he was so like long locks, you know, real husky dude. Like he'd been working out like every day, doing like 500-600 push-ups. But the crazy thing was, when I picked him up, which is usually my norm, he'll come home and I have to pick him up from wherever, and I take him where he needs to go, and that's where he would stay. But what was crazy was, when he came back on the block and I dropped them off, I had to be like at least like 15, 20 dudes in the corner. They all just hanging out, you know, it's like springtime. And they all look skinny, like they look like they've been drinking and smoking like every day, all day, you know, cats looking crazy. And I'm like, bro, you can't like hang out here anymore. He's like, what? These are my homies, this is my family. I'm like, yo, you different right now, my G. Like you done read all these different books. You doing like 600 push-ups a day and sit-ups. You mess around with these fools, you gonna sit around and lose all this weight quick. You gonna sit here and not even apply that knowledge to become wisdom. And lo and behold, when he jumped out the car, it looked like they were just scared. Like they just looked like, yo, they go Bob. They call my brother Bob. Like, yo, they go Bob. But I'm like, yo, and I could just see in their face the fear, because physically, visually, he looked like he was not to be messed with. And I always remember telling my brother, like, which I'm sharing now, is like, some like power is silent, and power talks with a calm voice. You ain't gotta be all rah-rah, antsy, super excited but stuff. Like if you can hold your own in business, in your family, all those different things, you ain't gotta talk about it, because your actions speak for themselves. And how your lifestyle, how your body frame looks will determine if you're eating right, if you're working out right. And so you ain't gotta be in the hood, in the streets for that. Like people can be jealous, can be scared, because they can't match your stamina, because they can't match your weight, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be aware, like the jealousy and the fear and, you know, all those different things come into play when you building up the right body frame, when you building up the right lifestyle. And you got to be content with that. You got to make the decision to, like, yo, like these cats ain't even trying to get to what I'm doing. They're not even trying to get on my level. And you got to move on. Like you got to move. But see, the thing is the aspect of detachment. Like you can't move forward unless you detach from some things. You can't take everything with you. You can't take everyone with you. No matter how much you love them and you want them to be with you and ride out with you. Cats can say they can ride or die with you, but at the end of the day, they can also help you get quicker to the grave, because of the fact that what they're talking about isn't going to be healthy for you. So you got to be aware. There's some people that can be dedicated to you and very loyal, but if they're not growing in their own right, yo, they're going to turn you left. So you got to be aware of that. So again, I just share that story because, like, I'm driving through the old neighborhood. I'm thinking about the times I dropped my brother off and he came home thorough, came back strong. And, you know, to see the look on their faces like, yo, like, and they showed him so much love. But I can also see that they showing him love because they're scared of him, because of how he looked and how he was holding himself. And so, you know, so be aware, detach from the things that will hinder you. Detach from the things that would keep you down and don't want to see you grow and get thorough and have a strong body frame, a real amazing body frame. And that can also be in terms of a lifestyle, you know? So be detached, grow, attach to the things that will make you healthier, wiser, and gain as much knowledge as possible. And like I said before, power is silent and talks with a calm voice.